Today's a simple one, but if you're like me, you'll use this a lot. So first of all, on my Gmail inbox, so I use Gmail for all my emails, I have a simple HubSpot extension set up. We use HubSpot as our CRM. So I have the HubSpot extension set up on my Gmail. What this does is it actually adds all these buttons over here. And these buttons are super helpful. So I can have email templates. So if I'm sending out the same type of email constantly, just changing the name or the company name or something like that, I can use templates and it will actually fill in the subject, the body of the email, and use variables. So if I'm emailing a specific person, it will fill in his name and so forth. Meetings, I can actually use to send out calendar links, although I use for now Google Calendar. Separate video if you want to learn more about that. What I use heavily is snippets. So snippets are like, quick. It's the same idea as templates, but it's a snippet. So it's basically a block of text. Maybe it's hyperlinked and so forth, and you use it a lot. And so you can basically call that block of text constantly in your emails instead of retyping it. The other two things that are really cool, log just adds this to my CRM. So it kind of logs that I had this interaction with a particular contact, but it also adds the person as a contact if they're not yet in my contacts or companies in HubSpot. Track is also super cool as it lets me know if this email has been opened by the recipient, how many times, when, and I can even get like live alerts like, hey, they just opened up the email, and I can quickly like sneak in another email on them while they're on the topic. Or you can set up automations afterwards on this topic, like basically like, hey, a day after they reopen your email, if a month passed, that means they're maybe thinking about whatever you sent them an email, so follow up with them, so forth. So, HubSpot is a very useful extension on my inbox. I use it a lot. Another thing many people don't know is Gmail actually has their own template. So you can basically draft a whole email with a subject line and save it as a template, and then you can update the template, call the template, or save new templates. But you can have templates built in even without this HubSpot extension. What I do like about the HubSpot extension is the snippets, and obviously log and track. But snippets is a little different than templates. Templates the entire email. Snippets just has like a sentence or a block of text. So Gmail has the option for templates. However, I do not believe they have the option for snippets, which is why I like using HubSpot, at least for snippets. Another thing that I use a lot within my inbox is these tags. So I set up over here, I think Gmail calls them labels. So you can set up many different labels, and you can have nested labels within labels. And this is just to organize your inbox so you can report, organize, and just categorize the different emails that you're getting or sending to know what topics they're on. Now, there is a way to apply these automatically, and that is via filters. So if you set up a filter, for example, if I set up some sort of advanced filter over here that says studio, and I go into advanced search, and not sure why it's not working. Here we go. So advanced search, and let's say search studio. You can create filter. So again, you can use this as just, hey, run this filter, give me all the emails that have the word studio in them. However, if you go into advanced search, you can create filter. And once you create filter, you can say anything that matches this rule in the future, go ahead and apply this label studio, for example, or go ahead and forward it to XYZ address, or delete it, or, you have all these different options. And once you create this filter, you basically have, if you go to settings, go to all settings, and go to filters and blocked addresses, you basically have these settings that automatically categorize. And again, in my use case, they'll add the label, but it can do other things like mark it as read, delete it, move it to a different folder, and so forth. But you can basically do this automatically based on different keywords, or based on which email address it was sent from, received to, etc. So for example, at Tiferes, we're a venture capital firm. So we actually get updates from our portfolio companies once a week, once a quarter, once a month. Different companies send. We basically ask all of our companies to send their emails to an email address, which is updates@tiferes.vc. That's a central inbox. That inbox has a filter on it that basically says any email that matches this rule, forward it out to this list of people. So basically, I, as Avi Hersenberg, get in my inbox emails that were originally sent to updates, but they also land in my inbox because updates actually forwards those to me. So I can see those in my inbox. So I get all the portfolio updates in my inbox. Now I want to categorize it automatically with the label of Tiferes updates. So I ran a filter over here that says basically any email that lands in my inbox, but the to address is updates at Tiferes VC, because really it was originally sent there and it was just forwarded to me from that inbox. Any email that matches this condition, apply the label Tiferes updates. And that's how I have all these emails that have the label Tiferes updates, even though I never manually added the label to these emails. However, the filter that I ran, going back to the filters, the filter automatically applies the label, and therefore any email that hits my inbox, but the to address is updates at Tiferes VC, this label gets created. I'm going to delete this label over here because I don't want to really use it. This is a label I use live all the time. And yeah, hopefully this was helpful. Let me know other topics I should cover in future videos.